Sci-Fi. Readers and Writers Corner. A little corner of the universe for readers and writers of sci-fi. A little bit about the writing aspect today. I'm in the middle of writing the 5th book of my Tournament of Psionic Murder series, available now on Amazon.com. And this 5th book will probably be the final book in the series. Maybe not. But it's kind of gearing up to be the final book. And I started it a little bit before the 4th book was finished. So I've been working on it a while, and the plan is to have this finished next summer, which would be about a year after the previous one came out. But in the meantime, out of the blue, another novel started up, and that has been coming fast and furious. Like, picture you're sitting down for a nice, 2.5 hour diarrhea session, just slowly leaking out, everything leaking out. And then in the middle of that session, some strange, unexpected fecal matter from deep in the bowels comes rocketing out. That's how I would describe this process. Sorry if that grossed anybody out. This new novel is a one-shot, or at least I think it's a one-shot. The tournament series started out as a one-shot and turned into a lot more. But this seems pretty well self-contained. I'm calling it Psychopathy, although that name might change. And I think it started in another notebook, just a few notes, but basically it's been filling up this entire notebook. And this is the first step for me, just making a lot of notes. Wrote a few test scenes. At first I started this as a first-person narrative, but then I switched over to making it sound like the transcriptions of tapes recorded during his time in various institutions, stealing a little bit or a lot from Stella Maris. A lot of these pages are just timelines of the guy's life and his time in the different facilities, which I've been sort of doing over and redoing and trying to get that right. You know, I try to go, since I don't have a deadline from a publisher or something, I'm going just following what I feel sort of driven to write about. And this storyline is just kind of fallen into place very quickly, so why fight it? I do reach points in a novel where I'm stuck on scenes that are just going so slow. And it's picking teeth, that's not the right. It's anyway, when it gets like that, I just try to do a little bit every day, trying to drag my way through the sections that are problematic and stuff like that. And then eventually, that frees up and gets to a place that goes faster. When a book's in its early stage like this one and coming fast, it sometimes takes up every hour of the day thinking about it. And so you just have to write it because otherwise you're afraid that you're going to forget stuff. I always write first into a notebook, and then the second stage is typing it into a computer, which is also a nice first revision. But I don't really like doing the first stage on the computer. Although sometimes when I'm typing it in, I sort of get into the flow and keep going and go a little farther directly on the computer. I've already started typing this one in. I'm about 50 pages in, gotten through sort of the main intro. I'm sort of trying to take advantage of the format where there's no directions, just dialogue, leaving some stuff unstated and implied without making the dialogue seem forced. But anyway, just wanted to alert my non-existent fans about the new book, and I hope to keep tabs. Pulling teeth. Ugh. Picking teeth? Where did I get that from? Pulling teeth was the phrase I was looking for earlier. Anyway, I hope to keep you posted on the progress of the new novel. I've sort of gotten to the point where I've reached the main location. He goes to different inpatient facilities, and then the one he goes to in 1973 is sort of the main one. And this has enabled me to sort of design it like a video game, which is a technique that I'm going to talk about in another video. I've been sort of making some notes on that. Once I get the novel to a place where the characters are going to stay for a while, sometimes I like to design it like a map, like a video game or a D&D map, to sort of explore different timelines, different ways the story could play out, visualize the different places and elements, and stuff like that. Alright, so if you're a writer too watching this channel, I wish you luck with whatever project you're working on, and be monitoring your frequency band for the next transmission from Sci-Fi Readers and Writers Corner. Peace, everyone.